Welcome back to True Tale Stories. Today's story is a heart-touching reminder that sometimes, when life doesn't go as planned, it leads us exactly where we're meant to be. This is the unexpected love story of Victoria Sterling and David Chen, a tale of resilience, kindness, and connection beyond appearances. Victoria Sterling had never been a fan of blind dates. At 31, she was a woman who had rebuilt her life from the ground up. Once a rising star in the tech industry, her world changed forever after a car accident left her using a wheelchair. But even after 2 years of grueling rehabilitation, Victoria's determination never wavered. She became the CEO of Sterling Technologies, sharp, respected, and unstoppable. Yet behind the power suits and confident boardroom presence was a woman who had built invisible walls. She had learned that people often saw the chair before they saw her, the mind, the wit, the woman she still was. Trusting others had become difficult, especially when it came to matters of the heart. Her assistant, Rebecca, had other ideas. "You need to get out there again," she said, arranging a blind date at a high-end restaurant downtown called Meridian. The man was James Morrison, a lawyer who supposedly shared Victoria's love for art and classical music. Out of courtesy and mild curiosity, Victoria agreed. That evening, the restaurant shimmered with soft lighting and quiet laughter. Victoria arrived on time, ensuring the staff had made space for her wheelchair. She waited, poised and calm, scrolling through her phone. 10 minutes passed, then 20. Her phone buzzed with a text message. "Sorry, something came up. Rain check." Her heart sank. She stared at the message, her stomach tightening. Another reminder that people often backed away when they saw her reality. With a steadying breath, she motioned for the waiter. "Change of plans," she said with a polite smile. "Just the check for my water, please." Before the waiter could respond, a voice interrupted gently. "Excuse me, are you Victoria Sterling?" Victoria looked up. The man standing before her wasn't in a suit or tie but in jeans and a simple button-down. He looked casual, approachable, and genuinely kind. "I'm David Chen," he said. "My sister, Emma, works in your marketing department. I think there's been some mix-up. She was trying to set me up with her boss tonight. When I heard your name, I thought it must be you." Realization dawned on Victoria. 2 well-meaning assistants, 2 setups, 1 restaurant. "So, you're not James Morrison," she said. "And you weren't expecting a mechanic," David replied, smiling sheepishly. "I totally understand if you'd rather not spend your evening with me." Victoria couldn't help but laugh, her first real laugh in weeks. "Actually, this is the most interesting thing that's happened to me in months," she said. "Would you like to join me?" David's relief was visible. "I'd love to. Though I was going to suggest a pizza place down the street. These fancy spots make me nervous." That made Victoria laugh even harder. "Pizza sounds perfect," she said. Over slices of pepperoni and casual conversation, something unexpected unfolded. David wasn't like anyone Victoria had met before. He owned a small auto repair shop that specialized in classic cars, spoke with warmth about his craft, and had a sense of humor that disarmed her. Most of all, he treated her wheelchair as nothing more than one part of who she was. No awkward pauses, no pity, just genuine curiosity and kindness. When he mentioned that he had modified his workshop to be wheelchair accessible for one of his regular customers, Victoria's admiration deepened. He didn't talk about inclusion, he lived it. The evening stretched on. They talked about films, travel, and life's unpredictable turns. When David walked her to her car, he hesitated. "Would it be too forward to ask you to dinner again, somewhere I can actually afford?" Victoria smiled, feeling something warm stir in her chest. "Why don't you cook for me? I'll bring dessert and wine." David's grin lit up his face. "Deal. And just wait until Emma hears she was right. She'll never let me live it down." Their friendship quickly blossomed into something deeper. Victoria found comfort in David's grounded nature, his honesty, and the way he never made her feel like a burden. David, in turn, was captivated by her strength, intelligence, and quiet vulnerability. Months passed, and their bond only grew stronger. Victoria helped David expand his business into a center for accessible auto modification, while David reminded her of life beyond boardrooms and deadlines. When she finally told him about the failed blind date that had started it all, He just laughed and said, "Then James Morrison's loss was the best thing that ever happened to us." 18 months later, they were married in a ceremony filled with laughter, family, and gratitude. Emma gave a triumphant toast about her matchmaking success, and Rebecca confessed her mix-up had led to something far better than anyone could have planned. Victoria and David's story became a living reminder that love doesn't always appear in perfect packaging. Sometimes, it arrives through accidents, coincidences, and moments that seem like disappointments at first. Years later, when Victoria spoke at leadership events, she often said, "Some of life's most beautiful connections happen when our original plans fall apart." What matters is the courage to stay open, to let kindness and love find us, even when we least expect it. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to True Tale Stories, where real love, real struggles, and real inspiration come alive.